Hello, everyone. Hi. Good morning. Good evening to all of you. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me well so that I know that I'm not the only one that I can hear myself. Perfect. Okay, amazing. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome. Today is going to be, we're going to have like a live training on how to create your first rental with Lodgify. Perfect, amazing. Before we start, I wanted to quickly introduce myself and my colleague next to me. My name is Adriana. I am the product training specialist in the customer success team at Lodgify. And together with me, there's Aurora. She is a product manager here at Lodgify from the activation squad, and she's in charge of this specific section of the Lodgify account. So before we start, as I said, this is going to be a training on how to create your first rental in Lodgify so that you can see all of the features and different settings that Lodgify has to offer when it comes to creating your first rental. Obviously, creating a rental is very important whenever you want to, you're looking to use a vacation rental software, because around your rental or rentals revolve all the other features. So in Lodgify, you have to create your rental in order to be able to use the channel manager, to start receiving bookings through the website, to receive payments, to communicate with guests, etc. So this is what this session will focus on. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat section. At the end of the presentation, there is going to be a Q&A session. So we will be able to read the questions and answer as many as we can. And I would say that we can get started. A little disclaimer before we start with the presentation. There are some videos in the presentation that hopefully will load, but if not, I will make sure to show you a live demo, to give you a live demo of that specific feature or that specific section of Lodgify. All right, so let's get started. What are we going to talk about today? The creation of the rental. As I said, it's very important. It's actually a mandatory step. If you have an account with Lodgify or you've started your trial with Lodgify, you know that the first step for you is to create your rental. So today we will see how you can create your rental, the different options that you have when it comes to creating a rental, and the different sections within the rental page in Lodgify. So the overview, the photos, the location, booking settings, contact detail. We will briefly cover the rates and then how to assign the rental to Lodgify. Right, so where do we create the rental in Lodgify? Rentals can be created from the rental section of the account. You see there's a little button here that says create your rental. You click on it and you can start with setting it up. And then you can also do it from the website builder in Lodgify. So there's a section in your menu called website builder. You just go to the rentals tab, and from here you can add a new rental. Whenever you click on create rental, whether it's from the rental section, from the website builder, or also when you're starting your trial, you will be taken through a rental flow. The rental flow, it's a flow of 7 steps during which you will be asked to configure specific settings for your rental. And at the end of the rental flow, the rental will be ready to be assigned to the website and be published. So the first option when choosing how to create a rental is to copy it from Airbnb. This means that any rental details that you have already configured in your Airbnb account will be basically imported into Lodgify. However, we have to be careful with this because this step doesn't connect your Lodgify rental with Airbnb. So if you're looking to use our channel manager and connect to Airbnb, you can request the connection afterwards, but at this stage, it's not connected yet. And this is how it looks like. You click on copy rental from Airbnb, you accept the information presented, you click on connect and you're done. And with doing this, your rental is already created in Lodgify. So it's an option that comes very handy, especially if you already have an account and the listing in Airbnb. The next option, which is the option we will be focusing on today, is on how to create a rental manually from Lodgify. As I said, at the beginning, you will be taken through a flow of 7 steps. At the end of the flow, your rental will be completed, but the 7 steps flow just, the outcome is just a basic rental setup. It's the minimum required for your rental to be ready to go live. However, we will see later on that there are more options, more settings for you that are not necessarily mandatory. They're optional, while during the 7 steps flow, all the steps that you're taken through are mandatory steps. So let's take a look, create a new rental. As you can see, you have to enter the name of the rental. If you want, you can enter an internal name if there's a name or like a reference number that you use normally to refer to the rental to. And during the 7 steps flow, you will be asked to, as I said, give the rental a name, enter the location of the rental, upload at least 1 picture, but obviously it's recommended to upload more than 1. Configure the maximum occupancy, so the capacity of your rental, how many guests it can accommodate. Enter a default price per night. You have to write a description and select the bookability options. We will talk about all of these settings more in details in a minute. But once we have completed the 7 steps flow, as you can see, the rental is going to be completed and automatically assigned to your website. Great. So once we have completed the, Aurora, you want to say something?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, what about now? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Sorry. So I just wanted to let you know that by the end of this year, we will have a new functionality inside the rental creation flow, specifically for the description, rental description, where right now you can only create a rental description by pasting, writing down from scratch your rental description. But the idea will be to have the option to ask an AI assistant to write for you a description of your rental. It will be based on the previous information that you entered in the flow. So the rental name, the location, the number of guests, and everything that you have entered inside the flow. Plus, it will also allow you to enter a prompt so that you can, of course, guide a bit the AI in writing the rental description. And of course, you can always have the option to edit the description and eventually save it in your own way. And yes, this will be available by the end of this year.
Wow, thank you, Aurora. Amazing. Okay, so at the moment we don't have the AI yet, but as she said, we will be adding this functionality very soon, which is gonna be super handy so that you don't have to think too much about the description for your rental. It's gonna be created automatically and based on your rental details that you've previously added. Great news. All right, so once we have created our rental, we can access our Lodgify account, select rentals from the left-hand menu. We click on our completed rental, which is the one that I have highlighted on the screen. And as you can see, we have 3 different menus, or at least the rental menu is divided in 3 different sections. The rental details, made of overview, photos, location, booking settings, contact, and operational placeholders. rates, default rates, season rates, fees and taxes, promotions and add-ons, and then channels with the derived rates and sync settings. Now, today we will be focusing on this menu, in particular, the rental details. We will be taking a look at each section. There will be more live trainings and webinar during which we will be also taking care of the other sections of the rental setup. But today we will be focusing on the rental details. Okay, so as we have seen in the previous slide, the first section in the rental details is the overview section. But what can we do in the overview section? In this section, we can add generic information about our rental. So for example, as we've seen, the rental name and description that we had previously added during the 7 steps flow. Obviously, we can come back here at any time and change it. The maximum occupancy and units, sleeping arrangements and rooms, and amenities. Let's look a little bit, let's have a closer look at the rental name and description. As I said, you have previously done this already. In the 7 steps flow, you have to enter a rental name and the description. Here, it's very important to remember that if, for example, you will be using the Lodgify website, you can have your website in multiple languages, right? Depending on your guests, if your guests are normally local guests or more international. So you may want to add more languages to your website. If you do so, you will have to obviously translate the name or at least the description of your rental in all the available languages, and you can do it from here. So in this specific area of the overview, you can work on the name and the description, plus you can work on the translation. We also have an integration with Google Translate that you can activate by clicking on this button, but feel free to write and type your translation manually if you prefer. Next on would be the occupancy and the units. So when I click on Edit Rental Info, which is right below the description field, here we will be asked to add or edit the maximum number of guests that your rental can accommodate. This will determine the number of guests that will be able to book on the website, and also activate the units. Now, what are the bookable units? What does it mean activate now? So let's imagine that our rental is a hotel. Okay, let's use this example. And our hotel has a total of 20 rooms. 10 of these rooms are standard rooms and 10 are deluxe rooms. Now, if you activate bookable units, you will be able to create the standard room as a rental once and the deluxe room as another rental just once, and activate 10 units per each. It's important, if you activate bookable units, to remember that all units of the same rental will share the same settings. When I say settings, I'm referring to prices, description, pictures, location. So when you create your standard room and activate, for example, 10 units, that would mean that on the website, the guest or potential guests will see the rental once, but the backend will consider the availability of 10 units sharing the exact same settings. Now, the reason why it says activate now, because bookable units is a Lodgify app, so it's an accessory app that you can activate from your Lodgify account. In particular, you can activate it by clicking on Marketplace. As you can see, you have bookable units here. You click on it, and then you can activate bookable units, the bookable units app. All right. After the maximum, so after the rental info that we just saw, you can work on the sleeping arrangements and the rooms. So for sleeping arrangement, you can choose the number and types of beds that your accommodation comes with. And with the rooms, you can add all the different types of rooms and the quantity as well. So as you can see here, I'm selecting the types and the number of beds that my accommodation offers, and the rooms as well. with rooms, remember or pay attention to the little button at the bottom of the slider that says view more, because there's more options for you to select from. And then finally, we have the amenities. The amenities are supposed to give your guests an idea of all the facilities and services that your rental has to offer. In Lodgify, they are divided in different categories, as you can see. You can select as many as you want. There's no limit. You can also search, as you're seeing in the video. And the good thing is that all of this that we did so far, like all the settings that we have enabled and configured, will automatically be translated on the website. They will create content on the website automatically. When I say website, I'm referring to the Lodgify bookable website, because you know that one of the main features in Lodgify is the bookable website. And the great thing about the website is that it's literally ready in 5 minutes. Why? Because all that we did here is going to create the content on the website by itself automatically. So for example, now I'm looking at the description tab. You can see my amenities. You saw on the top of the page the name, the description, the number of guests, and so on. Next section of the rental details that we will be looking at is photos. Why are photos important? Because I don't know if you are like me, whenever I am looking for an accommodation to book online, normally the first thing that I look at, or one of the first thing, is pictures, right? So uploading nice pictures, good quality pictures, and pictures that really showcase the facilities, the amenities, or the location, for example, the rental, or the landscapes that you can see from the rental, is really important and can be crucial for some guests. So here you can upload your picture. As I said, it's really important to upload good quality photos. There are some guidelines when it comes to Lodgify. You can find recommended sizes and formats in our knowledge base. So feel free to check that out if you wanna know more about this. But it is also very important to add captions to the pictures, so that you can give a little description, a very short description of the images. And this is really important because obviously the captions will be visible on the website, but also if you add a caption, this caption is also gonna have a weight in terms of search engine optimization for the website. So it's going to be easier for Google to show your website in the ranking, so in Google searches, whenever someone makes a related search. So it's very important to add captions, and it's also very important to add the translations so that your pictures will show up regardless of the language used by the user. And as I said, the gallery page on the website is automatically created based on the pictures that you have uploaded for your rental. Okay, this is how it looks like on the website. Next, add your rental location. So enter the address of your rental. You can also add further information about the like where the rental is, what's the exact position of the rental, for example, what are the main distances from the transportations, etc. You can also add a custom map. The website comes with a default map that is integrated from Google Maps. Plus, you can write the directions, so the directions on how to get your rental. So here we are adding the rental. This is integrated with Google Maps, as I said, but you have the option to add a custom location. Let's say that if, for example, you don't want to enter the exact address of the rental, or if the address is not necessarily registered in Google Maps, you can use this option to fully customize it. Some of our customers also use the custom location feature to add the name of the district of the city where the rental is, together with the city, or just the district if they prefer. Then, as I said, you can add distances in miles and in kilometers from the main transportations. And here you can add a custom map. The custom map it's a screenshot. It's literally a picture that you can create outside of Lodgify. Imagine that you want to pin the best attractions in the area, or you want to give some tips to your guests and pin the best restaurants around your rental. You can create that map outside and then upload a screenshot here. And again, of course, this is going to be visible on the website automatically. And then finally, you can manually type the directions on how to get to the rental. That again will be visible on the website, and that you can translate using the integration to Google Translate. This is the location tab on the website. The location, there we go. We have the Google map. This is a dynamic map, so guests can click on it, zoom in, zoom out, move the pin around, and also the distances that we added from the main transportation are going to be visible here automatically. Now let's talk about another very important section of your rental details, the booking settings. Here is where you can set up your booking policy, the booking setting, configure your check-in and check-out times, set a booking window, set an advance notice, add the preparation time, and write your rental agreement. But what are these settings? What does each one of these allow you to do? As for the booking policy, you may be familiar with the concept of policy. When you create a policy in Lodgify for your rental, you can set up a payment schedule, a cancellation policy, and a damage deposit. So the payment schedule will determine the way the payment will be collected, if it's just going to be one payment or if it's going to be two payments, and when will they be collected, if before arrival, after arrival. Then you can set up your cancellation policy that can be fully refundable, non-refundable, partially refundable, which means, like the example you're seeing on the screen, I will refund you if you cancel, I don't know, 30 days before arrival, for example. And then the damage deposit. So if there's any damage deposit that will be collected, so that in case any damages happens to the rental, you can capture or charge your guest from that amount. Obviously, the policy is configured in the rental details section and will be visible to the guest during the booking process, so they will know before confirming the booking exactly what the conditions of the booking are, okay? Because this is going to be displaying on the website for them and always available for them before they confirm the booking. Bookability setting. This determines how you want to receive booking. If you want to receive instant booking, receiving instant booking means that the moment I am the guest, I'm on the website, I am selecting the dates that I want to book, and I can see the policy applying to my booking. I can see the price applying to my booking. I accept terms and conditions. So I click on confirm and pay, and the booking is going to be instantly confirmed. Instead, with booking request, there's an extra step. The guest can actually see the booking price. The guest can actually see the policy, so the conditions applying to their booking. And they agree to those conditions. They agree to the price. They only submit a booking request. That booking request will get to you, and you will be able to decide whether you want to accept or reject the booking request. And you can also receive multiple booking requests for the same dates, and then choose which one you want to accept. So the booking request doesn't block your calendar automatically, while inquiry only is the option that the guest has in the checkout to get in touch with you in case they want to ask you questions, more information about the rental. They can see the price of the booking. They cannot see the policy applying to the booking, which means that once you receive an inquiry, you will have to have your guest agreeing to the price again and the policy applying to the booking. While with the booking request option, that step was already taken previously. So this is how the checkout page looks like when you're using instant booking. As you can see, the button here at the bottom says confirm and pay. Once the guest clicks on it and pays, the booking is confirmed and blocking your calendar. The booking request option instead, sorry, let me go back a second. Here with the instant booking option, you have the price of the booking, you have the policy applying to the booking, and the payment schedule is visible here. With booking request, it's the same. The policy, it's visible. The price is visible. The only difference is that no payment is required. It's just a request that the guest is submitting, and that then you can decide to accept or reject. And then finally, this is how the inquiry option looks like. The price is here, but no policy is visible. Okay, next on is check-in and check-out times. We know that whenever we are checking in a hotel or in a vacation rental, any accommodation, normally the check-in cannot happen before a specific hour, and the checkout should happen before a specific hour. You can set up those details. You can configure those details here, and these will be visible on the rental page on the website. In particular, here under house rules, together with additional house rules like pets, smoking, etc. The booking window is a limitation that you can apply to the calendar. So let's imagine Lodgify calendar in general. So by default is open for 3 years. All right. So if you have a Lodgify website and you have assigned rentals to the Lodgify website, you can receive bookings for the rentals for the next 3 years. But if you want to limit the time period, you can use the booking window option. There are different options, not just 360 days, so not just 1 year. It could be 90 days. It could be 180 up to 2 years and a half. No, sorry, 2 years. And this will mean that the calendar will look like this, unavailable. Now, 365 days from now means that my calendar will be available or open to receive bookings until October 26th, 2024. Okay, so the unavailable dates or close dates will show as grayed out on the website. The advance notice is the opposite concept of the booking window. Would you like to receive same-day bookings? So is a guest able to book today for tonight? If yes, then you shouldn't activate the advance notice. But if you want to have some notice, some advance notice before a new check-in, you can use the advance notice option, and this will block the calendar automatically. So you can choose if you want to receive, or if you want to configure a 2 days advance notice, 1 day advance notice, but you can also configure it in hours. So if you only accept booking, let's say same day bookings until 10 a.m., you can use that option as well, and this considers the time zone of your rental. Okay, so if you are in Barcelona, it will be 10 a.m. in Barcelona. Preparation time is another calendar setting. These will block the dates before and after each booking so that you don't get back-to-back bookings. Imagine that you need some time to prepare the rental before the next check-in. This option allows you to automatically block the dates before and after each booking. It could be 1 day or it could be 2 days. And this is how it will look like on the calendar in Lodgify. So this is your Lodgify calendar. And you see this is a booking, and the broom icon means that there's a preparation time applying to 2 days after and before the booking. Okay, and obviously this block will also apply on the website, so the guest is not able to override it. And then finally, you can write the rental agreement. You can use this field to reinforce the policy, to reinforce the payment methods that you accept, to reinforce any house rules or important information that you want to share with the guest before their booking. And if you do activate a rental agreement, the guest will not be able to confirm the booking without accepting the rental condition. So here we have this little box. The guest can clearly click on rental conditions to read the rental agreement, but they won't be able to complete the booking unless they have accepted your rental conditions. Okay, finally, we have the contact details. In this section, you can enter the contact details of your rental. Normally, when you create a rental, Lodgify will assign whatever contact details you have used to to subscribe. So your name, last name, email address, and phone number. But if you want, you can click on this small pencil icon here and use custom contact information to add literally anything that you want. So first name and last name clearly of the person in charge of the rental, and their email address, phone number. And here, when you scroll down at the very bottom of the rental page on the website, you can see the contact details that you have added. Obviously, if you want, you can also add a small description. See, there's an About Host section where you can write something about yourself or about your company, about your business. So feel free to use that field for this. And again, the content will be automatically visible on your Lodgify website. Okay, now with this, we have completed the rental details. So that first section of the rental page with the overview, the photo, the location, and the booking settings and the contact details. The rental cannot go live, right? You cannot receive bookings if you don't configure your prices. Now, prices and pricing is really important. It allows you to be flexible with your guests or to offer them discounts whenever the booking is 7 days long or 1 month long, let's say. Lodgify when it comes to rates, Lodgify has a lot of different settings that you can activate for the pricing. Okay, so there's the an occupancy fee. Let's say that you want to charge a small extra in case the number of guests is higher than 10, for example. Or if you want to set a weekly price, so offer a specific price for bookings that have at least 7 nights. So Lodgify has a lot of advanced options when it comes to pricing. But today we will not be looking at all of these options. This is for the next training, the next live training to focus on. However, in order for your rental to be ready, so to be considered completed, be ready, and for you to be able to assign it to the website and start receiving bookings, you must configure at least one price per night. So here in the default rate section, you have a field in which you can enter the price per night. This is just the price that will be calculated for every night of a booking. So if we use this example, if you have a booking of 6 nights, it's gonna be $1,200. So this is the minimum required for the system to be able to calculate the booking price. Plus, you can change your minimum stay. By default, Lodgify will assign a 1-night minimum stay. That means that you can receive bookings for 1 night only. But should you want to increase this number, you can do it from here by changing the minimum stay from here. As I said, this is really all the system needs for you to be able to start receiving bookings after assigning your rental to the website. But as you can see here below, now I can scroll down, but there's a lot of additional settings that you can activate, like length of stay prices, price per weekday, minimum stay per weekday, etc., etc. On the left side here in the rates section of the menu, you can also see that we have additional options. You can create season rates. This allows you to set up prices based on the period, so to specific dates. Plus, you can create your fees, taxes, promotions, and add-on to complete the booking price and the booking cost. And this is just another quick overview of how the rates would look like on the website. See, here there's a rate field. Here I am selecting some random dates, and the system will calculate the price of the booking based on the configuration. And that is it for this one. I don't know if you have any questions. We have some time still, and we can use this time to answer questions in case you're interested, in case something wasn't clear, in case you want to know more. Feel free to shoot your question in the chat section. So I don't see questions. So how to sync between sites? The next training on the next module is going to be next month. So stay tuned. During the month of October, there's going to be another one of this session that will be focused on the rates configuration. How to sync between sites? That's a great question. When you say sites, I am assuming that you are referring to the channel manager, so connecting to external OTAs. That is, again, another important feature in Lodgify, the channel manager. The connection can be requested through your Lodgify account, and then our agents in the success team will take care of setting them up. So again, everything is available in the knowledge base in case you want to know more on how to request a connection to the external OTAs. But we will have, we will have more of these live trainings, and definitely one of those will be focused on the channel manager and the external channels. Did you discuss fees? I may have missed that. No, I just quickly mentioned fees. Fees will be covered during the next training about the rates configuration. So we will talk about default rates, season rates, fees, taxes, promotion, and anything that that is part of the booking price. Yeah, yes, this webinar was recorded. You will be receiving the recording before the end of the week, so most likely tomorrow by email. So yes, it was recorded. Okay, yeah, Mohammed has a question. Let's wait. Thank you.
In the meantime, I'm going to share with you another article from our blog about how to take best photos for your vacation rental. So you can have a look. There are some tips and advices.
Thank you, Aurora. Great. I also take advantage of this moment to encourage you to really look at the Lodgify blog, because there's a lot of interesting content in there. So Mohammed asks, what about the clients that have booking pages in booking.com and other booking sites? Will override the prices we state in Lodgify? That depends on the type of connection that you activate. If you use the channel manager, so API connections, yes, Lodgify will override the prices you have in the external channels, for example, booking.com. So that you can manage everything from one place. But there's also a different type of connection that is called iCal that you can use to keep your calendars synchronized. And in that case, if you decide to use iCal and not the channel manager, you will be able to manage your prices separately. So from Lodgify, so in Lodgify, you manage the prices for your direct bookings, and you keep managing your prices for booking.com and external OTAs in the external OTA. Okay, I will wait one more minute in case anybody else has any questions. As I said, these meetings, so this session was recorded. You're very welcome, Mohammed. You will be receiving an email tomorrow, most likely, with the recording of the session, in case you couldn't attend the entire training, or you just maybe missed some parts of it. Don't worry, because it's gonna be, the recording is gonna be there for you you can rewatch it whenever you want. Okay, I think that there are no more questions. In any case, should anything else come up, you can always contact our sales or support team, success team. We will be more than happy to answer your questions and to help you with the configuration of your rental. So you always have the option to get in touch with us by email or by phone call. With that, I would say we can close this one. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Aurora, for helping me and for being here with me. I hope to see everyone again very soon in the next session. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.